Hey everyone, welcome to Crepe Myrtle Row. My name is Lisa. Today I have another thrift haul for you, but I also have some thrift flips that I'm going to do. The items I'm thrifting or flipping, I didn't actually thrift in this haul, but I've shown them in past hauls, and I finally got around to doing something with them. So stay tuned to the end of the video, and I'll show you how I flipped some items. So let's just get started. All right, the first thing I'm going to mention before I even get started is I know I've been filming in this spot a lot lately, and every single time I get asked about these. And let me move the camera where you can see all of these bundt pans there. I'm always being asked, did I paint those? No, I did not paint those. Those came in those colors, so they're still food safe for me to put in the oven and use and everything. I just lucked up. I used to have more primary colors there. You know, your more red, dark blue, orange, the dark green. And then I think I found the purple one. And then that sparked my little bit of attention. And then I found that pink one up there. And then I found that light blue. And then this smaller pink one right here is like a new one. It's not a vintage one. I think the other ones might be vintage. That I think is a new one and stuff, and it's like a little mini one. But yeah, I just lucked up and found those already in those pastel colors. So for those of you asking me about that, that's how I found them that way. But if you're gonna just use them to hang on the wall, paint them whatever color you want, because I did do that for my daughter. She wanted some in a turquoise, a black, and a white. And I was able to find, I think, might have been able to find the turquoise one, or kind of the bluish one, but I couldn't find a white one at the time, and I couldn't find a black one. So I just found, I think I might have took an orange or green one, or yellow one, I don't even remember now, and just spray painted them to be the color she wants. Now, she can't use them in the oven, but she's just using them for decor like I do. And I'm having to pick up my camera by the pole. I'll show you, you don't see this up here that often. See, I have them up there too that go across. And those get a little bit more of your primary colors, not quite as much. But, so for those of you who might have been wanting to get you some bundt pans, but you were hoping you could find those colors, don't wait to find those colors. Just go paint you some. But anyhow, let's just get started. Okay, the first thing I got is these hand towels. I love the stripe. It's very vintage looking, but I'm pretty sure you can buy these in Walmart, because I think I've bought them before. They're 100% cotton. I got 2 of them here. And these are brand new. They've never been washed, so they're still kind of stiff. But they have these back there in the craft department. I think there's like some little plain white ones that you can buy, and maybe aprons and stuff, but it's back in the crafts where you can like paint or stitch things on them yourself. So if you like these colors and want something, go look in that department for those towels. Okay, the next thing I got, and I paid $1 for both of those towels. The next thing I got, this was $5, and it's one of these hanging ones. And one thing I liked about this is, see how deep this is? A lot of them I see are very shallow. They're more like that. But I loved how deep these are. And although it would work great to put in my kitchen to put my fruits and vegetables in, I already have something for that. What I got this for is to plant outside. I'm going to fill the basket with the sphagnum moss, then put the soil in it, and then put some kind of flowers that were, you know, stay low profile, maybe even some like little fern stuff, and then hang it somewhere outside. Maybe hang it out of a tree branch or something. But I've seen that done, and I love the looks of what they call junk garden, you know, where you use found objects in your garden and do stuff like that. So I thought that would be perfect for that. And I've had these before and I get rid of them, and then I decide I know what I want to do with them, and that's the case, so I have to buy them again. Okay, these next two items are kind of beat up looking. It's this pewter bowl, and I mean, it is beat up, but I just loved the patina on that. I mean, it was $6.50, which I don't think was bad for it being, it's actually, here on the bottom, it's stamped where it is actual pewter. And I love the kind of irregular looking stuff of it. I got that one, and then this one was $4.50. This one actually looks more like sterling or silver or something, but it's stamped on the bottom pewter as well. But these are perfect using as risers in your home decor, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with it. So I bought at a local little boutique this little candle ring thing. So I can sit that down on top of it, and then she had this little flower, and then just sit that down in it, and then just sit that around for spring. I think that is so pretty. Can take the same idea and put it in this taller one if I wanted to. Sit it around like that. Or actually put a candle in the middle of that candle ring and sit it around. So I like using these because, you know, sometimes you just need height to your decor. You know, I like to vary the heights of stuff, and sometimes you just need something like this to put something in the back, and it's skinny enough. It's got a little bit of interest with the silver color, and also can use it like that. Okay, the next thing I got is this platter. And it's not marked or anything, and it was $3, but I thought it was so cute with the rooster on it in the green color. Just very, very country farmhouse-like looking. And I think I bought one similar to this last year. Y'all, I have so many dishes and plates, I don't even know what I have. But I'm pretty sure I bought either one that was a platter like this, or it was a round plate very similar to this. But I can always use that in my decor. All right, next is just this small Pyrex bowl. It is one of the, if you're into Pyrex, if I can get the light over here where I can see it, the 401 bowl is what that is. And it was $2.99. These are perfect for just using in my kitchen to mix stuff with. You know, you can always use little white bowls, and you know, or even just eating cereal out of or something, but I just thought that was really cute. Okay, next, speaking of bowls, and this one was $1.99. Just those stoneware bowl, and I loved how crazed it was inside and stained like, and I don't know, I don't think it's vintage, doesn't have any markings, but it kind of makes me think of like the vintage stoneware bowls and all. And again, these solid white ones, you know, although I wouldn't use it for food wise because of all the crazing in it, it'd be perfect for decorating and stuff. Okay, the next thing I got was this teapot, and it's not marked. It was $2.99, and it's actually, you know, the lid does come off. I just kind of taped it so I wouldn't drop it. But what I'm going to use it for is I have a flower garden around a big oak tree out in my backyard, and I call it my tea party garden. And when I can find teapots that are shaped with the handles like this, so when it hangs like that, when I can find these at a reasonable price, I buy them. I end up gluing the tops on here, and then I hang them from hooks out there, and then I have little teacups and saucers that are glued together up underneath them. And I just have them all on little stakes all around that garden. I will link up here somewhere. I don't know if it's over there, up here. I don't know. Somewhere up here, I'll link the iCard or whatever you call it to the tea party garden that I did. And I'll show you how I actually made that garden. You know, because it's coming up spring. You might get some ideas to do it. I had plates going all around. I have since taken up the plates, but I still have them. And I'm thinking about going back and putting them on there because I've got a lot of cleanup I got to do to that flower bed this year. It's kind of been neglected. So I knew a couple of my pots had broken, and I mean, they've lasted for several years. So I wanted to replace it, and I just loved that pattern. Okay, these next items, I love these, what is it called? The Denim Days, the little figurines. I think these are so adorable. And I'm not a collector of them, but I've always liked them. But when I found these, and I'm trying to find the price, $3 a piece. I love the one, of course, it's got the chicken. And you know, I have a grandson now, so, and he's blonde haired. And I thought, oh, that just makes me think of my little grandson. And I thought that was so cute when I decorate with my chicken decor. And then here is a little girl one with the ducks, and y'all know I love my ducks. I just thought that was precious. And then for fall, here's one saying her little prayers with her harvest basket, and he's saying the same thing, and he's got his little turkey. So I thought those would be so cute come fall to decorate with. I love those. Okay, this next item, I paid a little bit more for that than I normally like to pay for things. It was $9.99, but it's this big stone. It's almost like terracotta. It's solid. I don't see a hole anywhere, so I'm thinking it's terracotta or something like that. And I think someone else had already painted it, but I liked the rope design, and I'm gonna put it on my back porch and fill it with all of my seashell collection that I have tons of seashells. And I used to have a kind of a bowl that I put them in, and it broke. So this one I think will be perfect, especially having the rope design. It kind of had that nautical feel. And I don't think I'm gonna change the paint or anything. I kind of like it, you know, kind of distressed looking like it is, but it was $9.99. Okay, the next items I have, and these will be the last ones I have before I kind of show you the thrift flip that I done, is this book, and it was copyright, I think it's 1950, yeah, 1950, but it's just all these botanical pictures and prints of flowers and where they grow, and I love stuff like that. Even just to sit around and look at, or just lay around in my decor and little vignettes and stuff. And then I love the little golden books. And I thought that one would be perfect to decorate with at Easter. And this one will. And even that one will. And I got this one a while back, but I couldn't remember if I showed y'all. I think this one is not really as old as it says it is inside because of the barcode printed on it. But I think original copyright for this particular book was like the 50s, 1953, but they didn't have that on it. So this is just a reprint of it, but I still thought that would be really cute. Sometimes I'll just kind of have them stacked up like that in a little box or something like that for Easter. And then again, old books. This one was from, I think, 1959. Yeah, 1959. And I mainly the color of it, because I like collecting books in this color. Any kind of green, blue, or blue-green color, I love getting and then just grouping them together in my decor. And especially if they have any kind of like gold or coloring on the spines. And then I also love the way the pages are kind of rough looking. So I could turn it around facing outward like that if I wanted to, but that was the main color. It kind of had that linen look to the book, and it's the color I want. And this one was $2.50. Those other ones I think are like 50 cents a piece for kids. And then again, this is a green, mainly for the book. But it's a cookbook, international cookbook. I think it was, let's see here. The copyright on it was 1971. And really loved how rough looking the pages are on that. So that one would be pretty facing out or facing that way. And again, I love this color. So that is all I have for what I have thrifted this time. The other things I'm going to show you, I have thrifted in the past. You may remember seeing those in some of the videos. And I will show you what I did with them. And then we'll come back and I'll show you what they look like. I'm going to do a little bit of a thrift flip on this cake plate. bottom. I'm gonna leave the top clear. This is a vase, and then that casserole dish holder that I use to hold books. So I'm just gonna paint them with this pistachio paint and then put a clear coat on them. Okay, before we get to me showing you how those turned out, those pieces that I did, I'm gonna show you something I bought. I bought this, I think it was at Marshall's. And this rabbit, I love the way it looks. And I'm gonna insert a picture up here to show you when I bought this, it was super shiny. I don't think, no, it's not on the bottom anymore. It was super shiny, but it didn't, not in a good way to me. You know, I know if it was like ceramic, it was supposed to have been shiny. This is not ceramic. So it kind of made it to me look cheaper being that shiny color. And see, now it's more of a satin finish. Well, I was just going to repaint the whole thing. But then I thought, I'm going to give it a shot of this and just try it. So I had this this paint, and see it says Dead Flat. And I thought it's just clear spray. And I thought, well, at least I can try it, put it on there, give it a couple of coats and see how it does. See if that takes the shine off before I go through the trouble of actually painting it myself. And I think it worked perfectly. Just like I said, I did a couple of coats. It knocked down that high shine. And now it's like I like it and I don't have to go through the trouble of painting. I am, however, wondering if I should take some antiquing wax so that all these little places in the fur, you know, just lightly, like a light brown antiquing wax, and go over the whole thing and then wipe down most of it and just leaving a little bit in the fur. So y'all let me know down below, should I leave it solid white or should I antique it? And what I'm going to do with this, do y'all remember the Dobo centerpiece that I did on my table? I'm going to replace the swan with this for Easter. So that's, you know, where I'm going to be using it. But I love the solid white, but I also think maybe the antiquing will kind of go more with my style too. So the pieces I showed you a while ago, the cake plate and all that I spray painted. So here's how they turned out. I did not spray the inside, so this surface is still technically food safe, I guess, you know, if I wanted to put something real in it. And then there's how the outside looked. After I sprayed it with that pistachio paint, I went back with this triple thick clear glaze and I think I actually want to go put maybe one more coat to give it just because there's like one spot here, it's real shiny and it feels like glass. That feels like there's no paint on it. So I think I'm gonna go back and put at least one more good thick coat of the clear glaze to make it even shinier like real glass. And here is what I had shown I was gonna do. I had thrifted this a while back, and then that worked like that. But I also wanted to show you how much that pistachio paint matches real jadeite. Now this piece I'm going to show you, I just broke 2 seconds ago when I picked it up to show you this. I dropped it in the floor. Makes me kind of sad because this is a authentically vintage jadeite plate that I just dropped and broke. And I have all the pieces, but y'all, there, as you can see, that's way too many pieces to try to glue together. But look, this is real jadeite. This is the pistachio spray paint. Perfect match. So if you like jadeite and you're wanting some, but if you're like me, I don't want to pay the prices for the real jadeite that's out there, just go find you some pieces that you can spray paint and do yourself. So that is that piece. And then here is the flower vase. And again, I need to put one more coat of the shiny. So, because, you know what I mean, jadeite's actual, that's glass colored that. It's not, you know, painted on. So it's very shiny like glass is supposed to be. So if I put another coat of the Real Shiny on this, then, you know, look, I mean, that is a perfect match to this. So, gonna do that. It's kind of rainy today, so I can't get it done. And it's been very windy before this, so I haven't been able to do it. But I found this at a local boutique, just a little piece. And I could stick it down in there. And now I've got a little bouquet for spring. And then lastly, it's just, this is finished looking like that. And if you've watched some of my kitchen decor videos or whatever, you've seen in my Hooser cabinet, I usually have this sitting there and all my cookbooks are down inside of this. And that's what keeps them kind of held in place. I'm still going to do that. I'm just not sure where I'm going to put this now. I don't want to put it in my Hooser. I want to move it around somewhere. But I now have it. This is also the color of green that my Hooser trim is. So it goes perfectly with that. This is also what color I'm thinking about repainting my kitchen cabinets. I mentioned that, I think, in a couple of videos ago. I used to have them almost this color. Then I painted them black. Now I want to go back, and I think I want to go back to the green. Y'all know we're always changing our minds, but anyhow, I'm very sad about my little jadeite. This was a piece my aunt gave me. I had this, a cup, and a saucer. So I don't know. I'll keep the pieces. Maybe I'll figure out some kind of mosaic to do with them or something. Or I might can glue it back just for looks. I don't know. But anyhow, that's all I have today. I know the little thrift flip was a little odd, you know, doing it that way, but I'd started it a while back, and then I thought, you know what, I'm just going to throw it in with this video because I was going to kind of show you other thrift flips, but I haven't gotten around to doing those, and who knows when I'm going to, so why not just show it to you now. But anyhow, I hope y'all enjoyed this video. If there's something you liked down below, tell me what your favorite was in this, and again, go out and get you that pistachio paint that I showed in that video when I started painting. Because if you like jadeite, as you can see, that matches the original jadeite perfectly. Now, your newer jadeite, like your Martha Stewart and your Pioneer Woman, they're a little bit different color. They got more of a minty green look to them. So it's not a perfect match for those, but it does match the original jadeite perfectly. And there's so many pieces out there that you could thrift. If you wanted some salt and pepper shakers, go find some clear ones. Just anything that you wanted, you know. My wheels are turning now. I have a bunch of hobnail milk glass lamps. I don't need as many as I have. I've always wanted a jadeite one, so I'm going to take one of those and spray paint it with that color, so I will have my jadeite lamp. But I hope y'all have a very blessed day. Bye.